Well, greetings. Wait, I said already, but I still gotta say it again. Greetings to each and every one of you that are on. We're taking advantage of the low tide, so we're also taking advantage of the fact that we have a great cell tower up there. So I don't see any people on board here right now, but I'm not too worried because some folks will come on, and also we know that this will be up on YouTube later. But we want to take advantage of the low tide situation right now. You could see the coloration of the different stones and stuff here as to where the water would normally be in. So all of pretty much where we are here, where it's dry, would have high tide. When the high tide comes up, all here will be full of water. But we want to show you why it's so important to have the right foot gear. We showed you I have on a pair of my hikers, and also have, you know, the timing right, got to find the low tide, etc. This is beautiful, beautiful bar. Now we're not up on the side where we were. We're down on the lower side now, which is on the beach itself. We're actually standing in an area that would have water surrounding it. We just want to show you what it looks like though. Stunning, stunning views from out here this morning. We gave you a beautiful vlog or two coming up in the hills itself. I've been doing some photos, but when I came out here to do a photo just now of this area, I said I really want to share it with everyone if they could come online. Even if you're not online now, you'll be online later, I'm sure, and you'll be able to see this beautiful, beautiful area from, not from the land side where we were just now, but actually from the water, which is breathtakingly beautiful out here. I've been teasing Pom Pom, BBJ, and Jeanette because well, the first two names I call her working hard. The last one is working hard and not working hard. So she that would be Jeanette, of course. So I want to tease them and show them what is awaiting them in Barbados. And then I said, Jeanette, should I go back on live? You know, I've been on live already twice. And she said, Nicholas, you have to go back on and tease people. People need to be teased by what they're seeing. This is the beauty of low tide. If she denies that, you all would know I tell the truth. I always tell the truth. So if she denies that, you would know that she's telling lies. I'm not calling her a liar. I would not be so facetious to do so. All right, so we saw the train line earlier on from up in the hill. On our first vlog, you'll see it there again. You'll see another one of the support arches that were here to keep that up as well in this general area. That's broken down over the years. So you can imagine that it would not have been running any water. So all out here we're seeing these little rocks would more than likely have had the same type of banking that you're seeing there now. And then the train line would run just inside of that. So pretty much where we are, drawing a straight line up to the point out there, is pretty much what would probably have been land. I wasn't around at that time, so I'm only speculating, but looking at where this is laid, looking at where these spikes are coming at, obviously it would not have been put in the water. It would have been a little bit back from the water, and therefore where we are is probably would have been a ridge with the same weak matter that you're seeing all over the beach here, and that would be the rocks and the mud that's around. So the group that we saw earlier on, I saw them walk in. They went through by the area out there, which is all chalky. They're down pretty much on the point, or around the point right now at Martins Bay, so they're having a great walk. But look at why I have brought you here. Look at what the low tide gives you that the high tide does not allow you. As I said before, all here would be underwater, so you would be walking through here if you had on hikers. It would be very uncomfortable because it would begin soaking wet. All right, so another thing I want to show you again, explorations of Barbados. You know, that's what we call our map, the explorations of Barbados. So if you're going to be exploring Barbados, please come with your right attire. Look at these corals I just walked over. There's no way that a pair of running shoes or anything of that nature is going to stop these from coming through the bottom. Sharp. I was right across on that one over there, so razor sharp conditions. So when you're coming down, bring the right foot gear. But we saw sargassum on the beach. As you can see, there's no float around, and as you can see, the water crystal clear. Absolutely perfect today in Barbados. Very little swell coming in. There's a system that's just off of the island. It hasn't developed the way they thought it would initially, which would have been a lot stronger. It's still coming in, still time for some development. So out here could be pretty rough in the next couple of days. Remember, if you do not have a tide chart, or you don't have a wind chart, please just let me know in YouTube or in one of the comments. Let me give you a link to all of those, so that when you're coming to Barbados, you can even plan your vacation in Barbados with a specific low tide in place, so you'll be able to walk all these areas as we are doing right now at this time of day. Obviously the tide changes, so you don't want that. You'd also want wind conditions, because You don't really want to be over here when it's blasting, when if you're doing any kind of videoing and stuff, because the audio would be a problem, would be a challenge. Now on top of all these rocks here that are usually underwater, very slippery. Not only is there moss, which you can clearly see, but there's also residue of clay and stuff as well. A lot of clay bricks or pieces are down here. We saw that in Martins Bay. We didn't get a very good signal. I'm going to go back there and do the same thing in 4K for you, where we walked under the cliff right around in from Martins Bay to the point, way around to the east to the point in Martins Bay on the cliff, on the base at low tide as well. We'll do that another time, but you do find segments or break-offs of clay out here, so don't hop, skip and jump, all right? Please take the time when you're going over this kind of stuff. Remember, this is normally underwater. This is why we always say, pick your walks based on the tide if you're on the coastline. You would not see this. You would not be able to stand down here. You would not be able to capture these visions. Look at where the water comes right up to. It comes right up to here, which means that all of these rocks, all these formations here that you're seeing up here, these beautiful, beautiful formations, will be nil and void. Yeah, I'll be doing a lot of vlogging today, admittedly, and that's because I am lonely, Mr. Lonely. Sorry, I can't sing anymore because everybody's going to want to just have me put a tune or a record or something, and I don't want anybody patenting this video. So let's see. All right, so we walk into sort of like on the inside the trail of where we walk. Want to point out the dangers. We're taking you to the rose bush. We're taking a look at the beautiful roses, but we are warning you about the dangers that are involved as well. All this section here, you see those rocks? They are just laced together by just the elements of nature right now. They will come down along with that whole root structure very easily at any. Not now, I wouldn't imagine it would happen right now unless you get really strong winds and heavy rains coming off of the hills, but winds coming from just up on the hill area as well, blowing direction, going towards the sea, blowing offshore, or blowing, yeah, onshore, sorry. Offshore, yeah, that's correct, offshore folk here. My bad, I haven't been sea for a little while. All right, so just be careful of that. You'll also find overhangs as well, which we've shown you up here. So if you're walking on this general area, again, you have to be cautious of these things. This is a beautiful, beautiful beach. Let me just put something here very briefly. I don't have a lot of writing time, so I'm going to put something that everyone can know represents us as well. And yes, the EMC were here. That's the Journey 246 EMC-Gatherings. Beautiful morning. I can take you out here again. We're going right out onto the water side, across these beautifully rounded rocks. Absolutely lovely. Now I went a lot of exploring, not a lot, but quite a bit of exploring last time on Long Island, and we went up to Orient Point, and we were finding these all over up there in all different shapes. And I mean, these are beautiful, but they were absolutely breathtaking, unbelievable. So stunning conditions. Again, these are just the formations of coral up here, as you can see, just slightly offshore. We're not going to go across here because I don't want to wet the joggers by the hikers, but I do want you to see beautiful Barbados. Excuse the glare in this direction, but I want to share you what I'm seeing. I want you to experience it. I'm going to do a circle of love here, so take this in. If it's glary, point at darker makers. We always warn you about wearing darker makers. If you're not familiar with what they are the things that make it darker. That's why they're called darker makers, and you'll put them on and protect your eyes. Okay, we are not responsible for your vision. Woo! Talk about stunning. Oh my goodness gracious me. I feel so proud and so honored to be able to bring this beauty to you, and also send it for my wife, who is presently not here with me, because I know she's enjoying this. All right, so back to these little thorns that you find around rose bushes. You can see here how this overhangs. Now this doesn't take any big rain or anything like that there to dislodge if you're stepping on the side there. So when you are going for those strategic little photos, sticking out in little areas like this, please be aware that underneath it is eroded. You can see there's really no strength here at all. These rocks are just being kept together by mud. That's it. But this beach here, as far as I have seen, every time I've been on this walk, this beach has been here, but in much smaller scale. Right now there's a lot of sand here, and because of the perfect low tide that we're out here at, this is what we're able to do, walk right out, because where we are now would be water normally. But what a beautiful coastline, what a beautiful island, what a beautiful life. What a beautiful thing it is to have people like you on here with me and Jeanette walking on our journey. You're walking your own journey, but you walk with us. We hold each other's hand. There's no one that follows, there's no one that leads. We walk it together. Remember, if you're coming on the YouTube and stuff like that, you see follow button. We don't believe in following. You're walking with. You're not following us. Nobody follows us. We walk together. All right, so I'm just making my way across a few more rocks again. Software could possibly do these here, but when you get to these sharper areas that we're going to go on now, I would definitely recommend for your hikers. You want something that's really firm, but something that has that type of design flex that also lets you wrap your toes around rocks when necessary. But look at all the different things they're making up. These coral heads are out here. You can see these sharp, razor sharp where we're going right now. Right where I put in my hand, you can see this is making a sport. So, you know, you got to be careful what you're doing. Don't just go and put your hand on something or grab something last minute. Touch it gently. Don't be frightened. Touch it gently as you're making your way around, just to make sure that you don't get any slippage, you know, and be safe at all times. Life is too precious and too beautiful. You don't want to be losing it. All right, so again, areas that we could not normally go to, we're going to be taking you to right now. These are compliments of the low tide in Barbados at this moment. And of course, the whole thing is compliments of the Journey 246. Remember, subscribe, put on your alerts for us. Let us know what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Thumbs up means thank you, you're enjoying it. You know, comments, we love them, we take them. We will not take anyone that insults or is rude or nasty about any of the coverage that we're on, whether it be us or individuals that are covered in it. That's why we have a person that has a spanner on here. So anytime that anyone does anything that is uncalled for, which is hardly ever, to be honest with you, that person has the authority to shut them off, partial time, suspension, full-time ban, whatever, because we don't tolerate that. This is all about peace and happiness. We don't want any controversy, we don't want any arguments, and we don't want any disputes, and we don't want any people coming on here and judging others, okay? So just be who you are and enjoy yourself, and we'll all be comfortable. All right, so beautiful coastline again. Would not have this vantage point at high tide, because where I'm standing, as you will see, still filled with water from the little pool section. So right where we are right now, water will be coming over it, whether we splash in or over it full time, depending on the tide and what the wave conditions are like and the surge that's coming in with those waves. That will all determine how high up it goes. Unusual formation of coral. You've seen this here over by the Kirins, that we like to call the wave warriors, over by Brandon's Beach. Not Brandon's Beach, by Paradise Beach, I'm sorry, Bass Rock. You will see that type of coral. You don't see this all over this island. This is the type of coral you'll see along this coastline, along with the other ones that we're seeing, all these different variations of them. You know, you can see fossils and everything in them. That is the normal thing we would see. However, when we get over to down the Kirins, the wave warriors, down the Bass Rock, you will see that type of coral, which is much more delicate and much more fragile. If you are down at any time checking the Kirins, please, and you're stepping from the sand up onto the coral, please step in off the edge. Do not step close to the edge of the coral. That coral there is all weathered, so it doesn't have the looks as the one up down at the actual Kirins, but you can see it's layered the same way. But right on those edges, extremely fragile. So if you're walking anywhere down there by Bass Rock and stuff, be aware of the coral. Be aware that it's fragile right on the edge. So if you see that type of coral, stay back. If you're stepping from the sand onto coral, step inward, quite a ways in, not right on the edges. You know, try and help preserve the reefs as they are. But again, beautiful, clear water. Absolutely lovely. Remember, this is called Congor Bay. It's also referred to as Chub Bay. You can get a lot of reef fish out here, shooting, spear fishing, and also catching by line. And also you can find naff Congor eels out here as well, hence the name. Brilliant tower up there. We will be doing, we have not officially talked to them yet, but I would still say it, because when we say we're going to do something, we pretty much do it. We find a way or make a way. But we are going to be going to Ocean Acres, just up there by that tower. I'm just waiting until Pom Pom comes back home, because Pom Pom and John are huge donators and help support the Phenine wild felines in Barbados and other animals as well. So we're going to take them on that tour with us when they come back. We're going to go to Ocean Acres. They'll probably be beaten to death after the war wagon gets them here, but we will roll them out of the war wagon. We're going to do a walk through and we're going to get one of the Ocean Acres. If you're on board right now, listen to what's coming your way, because I come in begging. We will have one of you walk with us from the time we come through the door until the time we leave. Tell us about your animals, tell us about the care, tell us about the characters of individual animals, tell us about what you need the world to help you with to continue helping these animals. So get ready for us, because we are planning that. My wife and myself have tons of stuff that's coming up. You know, we have a charity that has asked us to come do a vlog with them, so they can get their word out to try and get some support and help. I'm intending, or we are intending, depending on the date, it may be me or we, on following Brian Talma on his last man standing paddle around Barbados again. We missed the press conference day before yesterday because Jeanette was going to the airport at the time, so we couldn't make it. So Brian knew that. Brian, we in contact with Brian. We'll be following that from the shores of this island. I'll show you as he goes by. Last time we tried it, Jeanette and myself, we left home a little bit later, and that man was so fast. By the time wherever we got, he was obviously in front of us, so we kept backtracking and missing him all the time. But hopefully we'll be there for his off the beach and around the island, staying with him on the shore, making sure he feels the presence of love and our best wishes and encouragement for him. Alright, so all along you'll see some sand sections as well. You will find sand on most of those areas throughout the year. Again, depending on what time of year it is and sea conditions. It may just be rocks alone, or you can get sand settling. Likewise, the ones you've seen down here, pretty much the same thing. This beach is always here, but usually it can be a lot smaller most of the time, and especially because it's low tide, it's enhancing your view of it right now. It's just a beautiful island, and life is beautiful when we're able to share it to you with the love of our people and the love in general from Jeanette and myself. This is our journey. Our journey is the healing. We want to heal and we want to grow. And as we said in our vlog earlier this morning, we want to become the best versions of who we are. That is our drive through life. You know, I recently got married into an amazing family who have demonstrated in more than one way what family unity is all about. You know, I come from a very, very big family, but the unity that I have seen them express in the little time that I've known them it reminds me of the old days. You know, we do drift apart. So if you do have a friend or a family member who you've not spoken to a long time, whether it be absolutely a bloodline or not, just reach out to them, say good morning to them, give them a little hello. You know, they may be desperately needing your call today. They may need to hear you say I love you, just like you may need to hear them say I love you too. So pick up your phone, call them, send a message or something. You know, use this format if you want. When I say use this format, tag them in one of our vlogs, give them the surroundings and the ambience and the serenity for them to understand where you are in life, because a lot of family members that we lose touch with don't realize where we are. You know, they think we are who we used to be with some kind of mask or some kind of deception in place, when we truly have changed. We truly have found our way, and we have truly found what God desires of us, and we're out just to do that. So hopefully they will see us on here, hopefully they will see you on here, and hopefully they will understand that you are changing just like they're changing. You made mistakes just like they made mistakes. Just like how you've forgiven them, they need to forgive you as well. Have a blessed day, people. I'm going back to pictures. Hold on a minute though. I am so sorry. I feel so ashamed and so terrible that I have not given you a chance to look at me. So I'll let you see me with the hat on, because it's getting a little warmer now, so I'm putting it on. I'm gonna let you see me with the hat off. I'll let you see me from my left side and from my right side. But most of all, I'll let you see me touching my heart, because this is where all you all are this morning. Those that know me for a long time have seen tremendous changes in me. You know, my life value is no longer bought. It comes with the rewards of life and the rewards of the life that I live. So there are a lot of people that came on here that I've known from many years ago that I surfed with. The first thing they had in the morning was a shot of rum at 6 o'clock, or as the sun was rising before I hit the water. Those days are gone. My highs come from this. My highs come from God now. So I have no urges to drink again. I have no urges to live the kind of life I lived before. That was then. I made my mistakes. I'm not apologizing to anyone, because I've forgiven myself. So I'm just telling everyone that we all can change. If you knew me from before, I was always a good-hearted guy. People say, man, you were always a nice guy. But look at me now. I'm not just a nice guy. I generally have you in my heart. I love you. Love you, ba then. All right, so now you've seen the most amazing thing in the world. I can turn you back in this direction. Thank you for everyone joining us this morning. Those online that were with us through any of our broadcasts are known as the EMC Live Warriors. These are not people that fight out in open air for live action. These are people that fight for love and peace and happiness and kindness and everything that's known as good. You know why? The more of that we surround ourselves with, the more we're going to feel like that. And then the more we're going to heal, and the more we're going to love, and the more we're going to share love. Do not walk by someone today and say, good morning, how are you? Looking at the ground, looking the opposite direction, looking in front of you or your cell phone. Walk by someone today and look at them in their eyes if you want to say anything and say, good morning, how are you? Check the reaction when someone sees you actually looking at them and actually waiting on their reply to let you know how they are. Just check the reaction. You are going to be blown away because no one does that really now. People say, how are you going? As in like a hi and gone. How are you going? It's just a line they're using. Generally, how are you going? I hope everyone on here has a great day. I hope everyone on here feels love. I hope everyone on here has had the opportunity to walk their own morning on their own journey in Barbados and use this beautiful background scenery to bring you some strength today, to let you see life is worth living. This is free. The only thing we paid for to get here was gasoline. That's why we don't do it so often, because gasoline is expensive. But this is free. We are bringing this to you free. You know why it's free? Because that's how you're supposed to give love, without any conditions, without any expectations of receipt. Have a blessed day. Love you all. 30 seconds. You all take this in any way you all want. Use it the way you all want, but I hope it makes your day better. That was an experiment because they want to see if the numbers drop or if it stayed firm. Everyone that was here stayed here. You all have a blessed day. Love you all.